So here's the deal with Trump as potentially the Speaker of the House replacing Kevin McCarthy. Whether or not Republicans are serious about it, Matt Gaetz has sort of alluded to it in the past. Marjorie Taylor Greene says that's the only person she supports. Greg Steube, Sean Hannity has been pushing it on Fox News. Whether they are serious or not, there actually is a rule that Republicans passed, which if they follow their own rules, right, if they follow their own rules, would mean Trump can't actually be speaker. David, what are you talking about? Well, let me tell you, Newsweek has a very clear write-up about it. Republicans already barred Trump from being Speaker of the House. Let's talk about that. The article points out that a bunch of different Republicans, as I've told you, have been suggesting the possibility of Trump. But here is the critical element. The article reads, even if Trump had full Republican support in the House, Rule 26 of the Republican Conference states, a member of the Republican leadership shall step aside if indicted for a felony for which a sentence of 2 or more years imprisonment may be imposed. Now, what about the presumption of innocence? What about indictments only being accusations and not evidence? That all remains completely true in a court of law. And as I've told you before, political bodies or corporations can have different rules. Political bodies and corporations or organizations of different kinds can say, while in a court of law, an indictment is merely an allegation based on sufficient evidence, presumably. But while indictments are only allegations in a court of law for the purposes of criminal guilt, we as a company, we as a political party, we as a House Republican conference can have other rules. And we can say, if you are indicted of certain crimes, right? Indictments.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
We might say you can't do this or you can't do that. And indeed, these are conference rules voted on by all members in the November before each congressional session. Republicans voted on this rule. And indeed, Donald Trump has been indicted for felonies which conceivably carry a greater than 2-year prison sentence. By their own rules, Trump is not even eligible to be Speaker of the House. Now, and the article points out, I guess we should put it on the record. Trump has been indicted 4 times in 6 months, facing charges in 2 federal cases, also indicted in Manhattan, also indicted in Georgia. 91 felony counts, many carry sentences greater than 2 years imprisonment. So let's now take this in pieces. Do I think that if they otherwise genuinely wanted Trump to be Speaker of the House, they would let this rule stop them? I believe the answer is no. They would find a way to change the rule, ignore the rule, or claim that Trump is not subject to the rule. They would say, well, that is written for members of the House who want to be Speaker. The Trump situation is different. Also, we know about the indictments. The rule, the purpose of the rule is if you make someone Speaker and then they get indicted, we can remove them. But with Trump, it's already baked in. Everybody knows if he were selected to be Speaker, he would be selected knowing that these indictments are there and that they're political witch hunts and attacks and political interference and all this. So I think that they can defeat their own rule by saying that the point of the rule is different than the situation that applies to Trump. The Republican Party has proven they're willing to discard tradition. They're willing to discard simple rules. They're willing to ignore the law and due process when it is convenient for them, if it appeases the MAGA base. One of the biggest impediments to Trump being Speaker is that being Speaker probably requires more work than Trump did as president. You might remember that Trump did very little work as president, particularly basically from the COVID era on through his loss in November of 2020, coming down from the residence late, watching Fox News, and doing almost no actual work. So to me, the biggest impediment for Trump as Speaker is it might require him to do some actual work, something he very much doesn't want to do. At the end of the day, what I want to know from you is, do you think Republicans are serious when they talk about Trump as Speaker of the House? Is it something they say to appease the MAGA base? Is it something they say to try to trigger anti-Trump Republicans or Democrats or whoever? Or is it genuinely something that they actually seem interested in? Let me know in a comment. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. We are last week I told you, we are 100,000 subscribers away from 2 million. We are already down to being only 80,000 subscribers away. Like that, we've gained 20,000 YouTube subscribers. Help us reach this stunning milestone, joining the likes of only the Young Turks and Brian Tyler Cohen as far as progressive YouTube channels go. Hit the subscribe button. I know there's 5.5 million of you watching the clips who don't subscribe. Tell me what I can do. I need 80,000 subscribers. Give me a break. Tell me what I can do to make it happen.